everybody, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for joining me. In this video we are going to be doing something that I am flat out amazed I haven't done before. But we are going to be making some jerky. Unfortunately, I don't have any deer meat to make it with as of right now. Hopefully that changes in the next couple weeks. So we're going to be using some beef. So I'm going to go ahead and get this sliced up. A couple of quick tips for you. We want to try to make this about 1/8 of an inch thick, and you want to cut against the grain when you're slicing this. So we're going to go ahead and I'm going to get this sliced up, and we will see you in a minute. Alright everybody, I got all the meat sliced up. I'm going to just go ahead and trim off some of this fat. I probably should have done that before I started slicing it. But we're going to go ahead and get this fat sliced off, and then I'll show you how we marinate it. See you in a second. Alright everybody, as you can see, I've got everything sliced and cleaned up, and I have it separated here into roughly two 2-pound piles here. We're going to go ahead and mix up our marinade here in a moment, but I just wanted to give an update as to where we were. Alright everybody, we are ready to start mixing together some spices. So we're going to go ahead and walk through the recipe on one, and we will go from there. So for starters, we're going to need a 1/2 cup of soy sauce. All right. Then we need a 1/2 cup of Worcestershire, whatever that word is, sauce. All right. And then a 1/4 cup of liquid smoke. All right. I'll pour this into my container. All right, into that I need, and this one's a little weird, but I need 2 tablespoons of ketchup. Now I'm using sugar-free ketchup. Well, no sugar added ketchup, because that's what we use in this house. So. There's 1. And that's 2. All right. Next, I need a 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper. Half a teaspoon of garlic powder. Half a teaspoon of onion powder. We're going to call that good enough. And then I need 1 teaspoon of salt. One, 2. Now I've decided that this one right here is going to be my spicy version, so I am going to add a 1/2 teaspoon of habanero powder. I will not add this to the other one. Just adding it into this one. Alright, once I get all the liquid ingredients and all the ingredients mixed up, just mix them up in the bag. once we do that, we can add our meat in, and we are going to let this marinate overnight in the fridge, and tomorrow we'll be throwing it on the smoker. It's in here, try to get as much of the air out as I can. Mix it up really good, and then we'll let that marinate overnight, and I will stir it by hand a little bit, a couple times throughout the night. All right, so that's the first batch. Again, that's the spicy, and I'm gonna go ahead and mix up the regular. All right, I'm ready to put these in the fridge, and I'll see you in the morning. All right, everybody, welcome back. It has been just a little bit more than 12 hours, so we are ready to put this jerky into the dehydrator. So I'm going to lay it out on these sheets. A couple of things when you're doing this, it's important that you try to spread it out. They can be pretty close together, but you want to make sure that the air can circulate between all the different pieces. Now, I did make a mistake last night. I did not label which one of these was spicy. So I'm going to do one batch at a time. So, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get started. Alright, so I actually had enough grates. I think I'm going to be able to do both batches at the same time. I'm just going to keep them separate. Make sure that the top stays with the top, the bottom stays with the bottom. I think that batch right there was the regular. Pretty sure the second one is the spicy, but we'll have to see here in a second. But I'm going to go ahead and get the second one on the grates as well. Alright, everybody, we are going to get everything loaded in to the dehydrator. I'll set it for 158 degrees. I'm going to do it for 4 hours. Do it for 4 hours, and then I'm going to check on it. And I guess I'll check back in with you then. We'll see how it goes. You know what the hardest part is about making jerky is not opening this to see how it's going. I'm not even an hour in, and I'm having a hard time not opening it. This could be a long day. Alright, everybody, it has been 5.5 hours. I actually gave it an extra hour and a half of drying time. It just wasn't drying how I wanted it to. But that being said, it is done now. So we are going to go ahead and try it out. It's been cooling for about 10 minutes. Still a little warm, but it's been cooling. So I'll try this little piece right here. Okay, the top is the spicy, but it is delicious. Let's go ahead and try the regular, which I assume is on the bottom. All right, that's good, just as good as well. So overall, jerky turned out exactly how I expected it to. I've made this recipe several times. It never disappoints. I will put the recipe down in the description down below. Couple of things. Every dehydrator is a little bit different. On my old one, I would have only had to have done this for 4 hours, and I know it would have been just perfectly done. That being said, I could not hold nearly as much, so I'd take a little bit longer for filling more. So that's going to do it for this video. I hope you all really enjoyed it. If you have a moment, go ahead and share this video with anybody you think might be interested. If you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Again, the goal is to get to 500 subscribers by the end of this year. We'll see how it works out. It's a pretty lofty goal, but I am hopeful that we'll reach it. But either way, that's going to do it for this video. Thank you all so much for watching. You have an absolutely wonderful rest of your day. If you're getting ready to go to bed, you have a good night's sleep, and I will see you on the next one. Get some more of this. It's good.